Again, coming to you live one more time from Davenport, Florida this morning with my morning life wake up motivation. And this morning, I want to talk about a topic: who we are and where we want to go determines what we do and what we accomplish. Now, the reason why I say who we are and where we want to go determines what we do and what we accomplish is that, first of all, if you figure out who you are as an individual and you figure out your purpose, because that's how, once you figure out who you are, you figure out your purpose in life and then once you figure that out, then you figure out where you want to go. And then once you figure out where you want to go, you got a direction of where you want to head. And then now you got to figure out what you want to do, and then once you figure out what you want to do, that determines what you accomplish. But all those go hand in hand. So what I'm saying, in this journey in life, if you're confused about where you want to go and what you want to do and what you want, and if you're confused about who you are and where you want to go and what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, then you don't know what you want out of life. So this is what I'm saying to you. In order for you to accomplish anything in life, you got to know who you are, you got to know where you want to go, and then you got to know what you want to do in order to be able to accomplish whatever it is you're setting out to accomplish. But you cannot do that if you don't know, from the beginning who you are. You got to know who you are and where you want to go, because that determines what we do and what we accomplish. So that's what you have to know. And if you know who you are and where you want to go, and then that determines what you do and that's what you accomplish. So that's the reason why I made this topic this morning: who we are and where we want to go, and what we want to do determines what we accomplish. So you got to have all those in hand, because if you don't have a clue of what you want to do in life, then you don't have a plan. And if you don't have a plan in what you want to do in life, then you don't know how to determine what you want to accomplish. So what I'm saying to you is, put together a schedule and a plan in life and go and stick to that plan, and then you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. But if you don't know what you want to accomplish, then you cannot accomplish it. If you don't know who you are, then you don't have a clue about what you want to do. And then if you don't know where you want to go, then you're all the way confused. So what I'm saying, figure out all those things in your life before you decide to set out on a journey to accomplish something. Because number one, you got to know who you are, you got to know where you want to go, and you got to know what you want to do. Because if you don't, that won't determine what you want to accomplish. Because if you don't know what you want to do, you don't know what you want to accomplish. So you always have to figure these things out in your life before you set out on a venture of a journey of this thing called life. Because now, if you figure those things out before you set out on this journey called life, and you make your decisions on all those things and what you want to do, now you can determine what you want to accomplish. You can set a goal to accomplish something, and now you can accomplish it because you know what you want to do. And then that determines what you accomplish. But if you don't know what you want to do, then you can't accomplish nothing, because you just have a bunch of ideas inside of your head, but none of them is doing nothing productive. And it's not good to have a bunch of ideas about doing something and don't know what you want to do, so it can determine what you can accomplish. Because if you don't know if you got a bunch of ideas inside of your head about doing 2 or 3 different things and you have not made a decision, then your mind is not going to make a clear, conscious decision. Your mind is going to make a decision based upon all these other ideas that you have in your head, and your mind is going to pick one and say, hey, you should do this. But if you have not made a conscious decision to think about that decision of doing something, then don't do it. Because anytime you make a decision that's going to determine where you want to go in life, making a decision as to who you are and what you want to accomplish in life, then you have to be very careful within making that decision, because you have to realize that when you make that decision does not only affect you, it affects your surroundings around you, your family. So you have to make sure that that decision is good for everybody in the family. And now that determines how far that decision that you made, how you can, what you want to accomplish and how you can go about accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish within making that decision. But what we all must know is when it comes down to decision making, we should all think with a clear conscience and a clear mindset. So therefore you can make the best decision in life. But like I said, if you don't figure out who you are and where you want to go and what you want to do, that determines what you accomplish in life, then you're not going to accomplish nothing. You got to always have a direction as to where you want to go in life. Because if you got a direction as to where you want to go in life, now you got a set goal, and now you know what you want to accomplish. You want to accomplish that goal, whatever it is you set. So what I'm saying in life, set your goals one at a time. And then when you set your goals one at a time and you accomplish one goal, then you go and accomplish another goal. Because if you set 3 or 4 different goals at one time, you're not going to accomplish all of them at one time. And then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to accomplish none of those goals because you're not focused. Your focus point is not on one goal, it's on 4 or 5 different goals, and you cannot determine, where you want to go and what you want to accomplish when you have like 5 or 6 different goals inside your head that you're trying to meet different things in life. So what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning live wake up motivation is that don't set 2 or 3 goals at one time. Set one goal at a time, accomplish that goal, and then go to another goal, because now you have determined, what you want to do, and now you can figure out, how you can accomplish that. What you want to accomplish determines once you figure out what you want to do, it determines what you want to accomplish. And once you figure out what you want to do, and then you have determined what you want to accomplish, and you have that goal set, now you can go out there and accomplish that. But you cannot go out and accomplish nothing if you don't know where you want to go. You can't do it. If you don't know where you want to go and you don't know who you are, then you can't go out and accomplish nothing, because you don't know what to determine, what direction to take and what you want to do. And now you don't know how you can go out and accomplish these things. So that's what I'm saying. It's very important that we figure out who we are and where we want to go, because that determines what we accomplish. Because if we can't figure out who we are and where we want to go, to where it can determine and figure out what we want to accomplish, then we're confused in life. And you cannot be confused in life. You got to have some type of direction in your life as to where you want to go. Good morning, Liesl. Thank you for stopping by. You have to have some type of direction in your life as to where you want to go. Because if you don't have no type of direction and you don't know who you are and what you want to do and where you want to go, you cannot determine what you want to accomplish because you don't have a clue. But if you have some type of direction in your life as to which direction you want to head, now you can start setting back and getting ready and preparing yourself and doing inventory to go out there and accomplish whatever that goal is that you set within your mind. And now you know which direction you want to go. And now that can determine what you're going to accomplish out of the direction that you're headed. Because what we must always realize in life, we don't never want to go a direction that's going to lead us down a dead end road. And what I mean by that, a direction that is going to lead you down a dead end road is when you're doing something that you know that there's nothing going to come out of that productive. You stay away from those decisions like that because those decisions hold you back from moving on to the next level in life to where you want to be, because sometimes you get distracted in things that don't mean you no good. They're not going to be income producing. They're not going to improve your lifestyle. They're not going to put more money in your bank account, but you get trapped in those things because of the simple fact that we're human and we're easy to be convinced to do something that we know that's not going to be benefiting to us because of the desire that we have to do it. Sometimes our desires allow us to make decisions that we shouldn't have never made, but it's the desire that we have to do it, but we know it's no good for us. We need to stay away from those directions and going those directions in life because they're not going to get you where you want to go, and they're not going to help you determine what you accomplish. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're headed down a dead end road, then you're going to run into a roadblock. And when you run into a roadblock, whatever it is you try to accomplish, you done forgot about it. So you always want to stay with the right mindset, because when you keep a positive mindset, now you can determine who you are, where you want to go, and then that determines what you will accomplish along the way. But if you cannot determine who you are and where you want to go, then you cannot determine what you can accomplish in life. And that's why it's very important that I tell people all the time, in this journey of this thing called life, you got to have some sense of direction as to where you want to go in order to accomplish what you want. Because if you don't have no sense of direction as to where you want to go and what you want to do, you're not going to accomplish what you want to accomplish. I'll say that again. If you don't have no direction as to who you are and where you want to go and what you want to do to determine what you can accomplish, you're not going to go nowhere because you have no sense of direction. You're just like a parked car that is spinning its wheels round and round and not going nowhere. But this is what I'm saying to you in life. If you want to go places in life and you want to be successful in life, you've got to determine these things before you head out on that journey. You got to determine who you are. You got to determine what you want to do. You got to determine where you want to go. You know, you got to determine who you are, where you want to go, and what you want to do. That determines what you accomplish. But if you don't determine those things in your life before you set out on this journey called life, you are confused and you don't have no direction as to where you want to go. But we should all in our life have some sense of direction as to where they want to go in life, and not just settle for going somewhere because you have to. You know, don't just settle for taking a 9-to-5 job because you have to pay your bills. Figure out who you are and figure out what direction you want to go, and then that to determine what you can and cannot accomplish. And don't just get stuck on a 9-to-5 job and think that you cannot go nowhere else because you haven't figured out who you are and where you want to go. See, a lot of people are stuck in situations in their life because the number one factor, they have not figured out who they are and they have not figured out where they want to go. So now they cannot determine what they want to accomplish because they haven't figured out those two things. Those are very important things in your life. You have to figure out who you are and where you want to go, and then that determines, what you will accomplish. But if you don't have no sense of direction as to where you want to go and who you are, you don't know what you want to accomplish because you don't have a clue. So always know who you are and where you want to go, because that determines what you can and cannot accomplish. And it's very important for everybody on this earth to know who they are. Look yourself in the mirror right now, or whenever you get in front of a mirror, and ask yourself, who am I? And wait on the answer. And whatever that answer is, if that answer is according to who you want to be, then that means you're doing fine. But if that answer is not according to who you want to be, then that means you need to create change. And then ask yourself this question: where do I want to go? And think about it. Do I want to be a successful millionaire, or do I just want to live the average life, or what do I want to do? Thanks for stopping by, Miss Moore, and have a wonderful day, you too as well. But you have to determine what direction you want to go in life in order to even start moving. I'll say that again. You have to determine what direction you want to go in life in order to even start moving. You cannot move in life if you're at a standstill and you have no direction as to where you want to go. But the thing is that I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake up motivation is that in order for you to determine any type of direction to go, you got to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you don't know where you want to go. Those two things go hand in hand. And then once you figure out who you are, now you can determine which direction you want to go. But like I said, if you don't figure out who you are from the beginning, you cannot figure out what direction you want to go. So you got to know inside who you are. So I challenge you this week to think about these things that I'm saying this morning in my morning life wake up motivation is who are we and where do we want to go, because that determines what we accomplish. Now, ask yourself that question and get a good answer. And then once you get that answer, look at your life and your lifestyle and all the things that you have accomplished in life that you wanted to accomplish and all the things that you wanted to accomplish in life that you have not accomplished. And then that should tell you that it's time for you to make another choice in life and figure out another destination to go, because the destination that you're headed right now is not giving you what you want. So you got to realize once you figure out who you are and you determine where you want to go, now your success or failure lies within those decisions that you made once you figured out who you was. And then once you figured out where you wanted to go, then that determines what you accomplish. But if you don't know where you want to go and you don't know who you are, you can't accomplish nothing. So that's very important in being successful in life, and just life in general, not just successful in life. You got to know who you are and where you want to go in life, period. Just to be able to function. Each and every day you wake up and God gives you breath to breathe in your body. When you wake up, you got to know who you are. When you wake up, you got to know where you want to go. Because if you don't, then you have no determination to determine a destination to go anywhere to accomplish anything. So that's what you have to realize. And that's what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning live wake up motivation is that you have to be the type of person to know who you are and where you want to go so you can accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish in life, because that is determined by your decision that you make in life allows you to go out and accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in life. So if you want to accomplish success in life, you got to tell yourself, I am a successful person. That's who I am. Then, now, you know who you are. You're a successful person. Now, where do you want to go with this success? Oh, I want to be a millionaire. Now, you got to strive towards going to do things, to put things in place to become that millionaire. Now, that determines how you accomplish it or not is within your determination and your willpower to do what you got to do to become that first generational millionaire in your family, or whatever you're trying to do. Or maybe you're just trying to break a certain record within your health. You want to lose 15 pounds. In order for you to lose those 15 pounds, You got to determine who you are in your mind as a person and believe that you can lose those 15 pounds before you take out on that journey of where you want to go and how you want to set that regimen for your diet to lose those pounds. You got to understand what I'm saying here. And this is the whole thing that I'm saying, and I'm breaking it down in a nutshell. The number one thing in life, in order for you to succeed or failure in life, is you got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, then you don't know where you want to go, and then you cannot determine what you can or cannot accomplish in life. And those are the most important things. So that's what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake up motivation is that determine who you are. Because once you determine who you are, then you're going to determine where you want to go and what you want to accomplish. Because if you cannot determine who you are and where you want to go, then now you cannot determine what you want to accomplish in life. And you won't be able to determine it if you don't figure out who you are and where you want to go. And you got to know that who you are and where you want to go determines what you accomplish in life. It's all up to you to go out there and get what you deserve in life, but you cannot get it if you don't figure out who you are and you don't figure out what path you want to take in order to accomplish it. So that's what you have to realize in life is that life is a journey. It's not a destination. But in order for you to even get on that journey, you got to know who you are. You got to know where you want to go because that determines what you accomplish in life. And that's just the bottom line. And I'm not sitting here trying to sugarcoat it. I'm not sitting here trying to put it in a pleasant way. I'm putting it to you the way it is. If you don't know who you are, you cannot determine where you want to go. And you cannot determine what you want to accomplish in life because you have no clue. So what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake up motivation is that figure out who you are. Figure out where you want to go. And then you can determine what you want, what you will or will not accomplish in life. But you got to have some kind of idea as to who you are before you can start moving anywhere. Because I'm going to tell you why. If you don't have an idea of who you are, then you can't move. You can't move in life. You'll be at a standstill. You'll have all these ideas in your life to do things, but you won't implement none of them because your mind is so confused and you haven't figured out who you are and what you want to do. So always when you're setting out to create change in your life, this is my advice to you. Do it one step at a time. Don't try to create a bunch of change overnight because if you try to create a bunch of change overnight, you're not going to know who you are because you're going to be trying to do 11 dozen things at one time and your mind is not going to have the thinking pattern process to trigger in and focus on not one thing. You know why? Because the mind is confused. You're telling the mind you want to do this. You're telling the mind you want to do that. You're telling the mind you want to do that. And then now the mind is all confused. It's like, okay, Greg, what do you want to do? You gave me like 10 different things that you want to do, but you're not trying to do none of them. You're confused. Don't confuse your mind. Just figure out who you are and where you want to go and accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish in life. Because if you can figure out who you are and where you want to go, that determines what we accomplish in life. But we cannot accomplish nothing in life if we don't know who we are and we don't know where we want to go. So that's what I'm saying to you, and that's what I want you to really get. If you don't get nothing else out of this morning life wake up motivation that I'm saying, just get this one thing. Figure out who you are. Once you figure out who you are, then figure out where you want to go. Put together a schedule and a plan. Have willpower and determination, and you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to accomplish. But don't confuse yourself along the way by trying to do 10 things at one time. Do one thing at a time. Because the thing is about life, if you learn to mastermind and get good at doing one thing, you can do several. I'll say that again. The thing about life, if you learn to mastermind and get good at doing one thing, you can do several. But you cannot get good at one thing if you don't figure out who you are. You have to figure out who you are, and then that determines where you want to go. And then once you figure out who you are, then you figure out where you want to go, and then that will determine what you will accomplish in life. But it's all up to you. So this morning, I have a call to action. It is my new product, Skin Tech. And basically what I'm going to do, I have a little video I would like to share with you. And then I'm going to give you a demonstration of the product firsthand, just for you because you're special and I love you guys. So let's check out this first.
I sampled my mechanic before he did the work on my car. He only had to wash his hands one time.
It makes your hands soft. You don't have to use those. It's up to 4 hours to
I'm mechanical invisible.
This is Skin Tech, a broad spectrum protective in foam form. It is literally an invisible glove on our skin, and it helps eliminate viruses, bacteria, and even spores on contact. What's really fascinating about it is that it can also protect your skin from corrosive substances such as acid-based insolvent. In fact, do you know what? We're going to show you exactly in this video how it protects your hand against chloride acid, an acid that would normally burn. We waited 5 minutes for it to completely dry, and now we're applying acid chloride. We use the screws to show that there's an actual chemical reaction that takes place, and as you can see, it doesn't really affect the hand, and we get a 4-hour protection against acid chemicals, bacteria, viruses, no matter what. Dude, this is just amazing, right? This is by far the best sanitizing product in the world. Skin Tech. Soft to the touch and tough as nails.
So there you have it.
All right. Hey, boom, fam. So I got my product today. I would call it my glove love.
So there you have it. You know, like I said, Skin Tech.
I want to do a flammability test with this. Now, I don't recommend you try this at home, but for me personally, I needed to know if this...
Okay, there we go. All right. Well, like I said, there you have it. That's Skin Tech. You seen, the chemical test. And like I said, this product right here, you can get this 50 millimeter bottle that I have in my hand right now. You can get it for $25. Click the link below at thismakesense.com. But this 50 millimeter bottle will last you up until 1 month with regular use. So, and then you can also get the 150 millimeter bottle that will last you for 1 month with regular use up until 3 months. But look, if that wasn't enough, this nice, awesome product, but every Skin Tech bottle that is purchased, you feed a homeless child through the Boom Foundation that I partner with to give back on every sale of this product. So I'm asking for your help. I'm in a contest to feed the most children. So I'm asking for your help. Purchase your Skin Tech today on my website and help me feed those homeless children because they need a meal. And the winner of the contest is going to donate money to the Boom Foundation. All the proceeds of from the products and everything is all going to the Boom Foundation to feed a homeless child. So click the link below at thismakesense.com. Get your Skin Tech today and protect yourself and your loved ones. Now, I'm going to do a test. Now, you do like this. You spray it in, couple pumps, and then what you do, this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it or not. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to rub it in. I'm going to rub it in between all the cracks and all these crevices in my hand. And I'm going to allow 5 minutes for it to dry. But here's the good part about this product. Once it dries after those 5 minutes, I have just formed an invisible glove over my hand to protect my hand for 4 hours from viruses, chemicals, scores on contact, whatever the case may be. So this is what I'm saying to you. Just do me a favor and donate so we can feed a homeless child. Click the link below at thismakesense.com. Donate so we can feed a homeless child. And for all you entrepreneur-minded people out there, and I know you're out there, and you want to make some extra money, and you want to be a distributor of this product, click the link below at thismakesense.com. Type it in the chat, say, hey, Greg, I need more information. I would like to be a distributor of the product. And then whatever multi-platform that you're seeing me on that I may be screaming from this morning, if you're interested in being a customer or if you're interested in being an ambassador of selling these nice, awesome products that are selling off the shelf, then click the link at thismakesense.com or type it in the chat on whichever social media platform that you may be watching it from. Okay, but look, now it's dry. Look at my hands. Look at how smooth my hands. I want to put them up far close because you can't really see them. Look at how smooth my hands are, front and back. You see that smoothness? That's what this product does for you. So if you want to protect yourself, your loved ones, I know you're out there in the world each and every day, and you come across bacteria, viruses, sores on contact. You may be working around some harmful chemicals, but do what you need to do to protect yourself and your loved ones. But I just want to leave you with this thought right here. Who we are and where we are and what we want, who we are and where we want to go determines what we accomplish in life. I said that wrong. I'm going to say it again. Who we are and where we want to go determines what we accomplish in life. So remember that. I challenge you, figure out who you are this week and figure out where you want to go, and that will determine what you will accomplish in life. Will or won't. Thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning live wake up motivation. Happy Monday to everybody. I hope you're all having a great work week. I pray that each and every one of you all be safe all this week. the protection of God over you, the angels protecting you all this week, keeping you safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. But do me a favor, like, comment, and share on this video, because I know that there's someone out there, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I know that there's someone out there that needs to know who we are and where we want to go determines what we accomplish in life. So thank you, and God bless each and every one of you all. I love you. God loves you. So have a blessed day, and goodbye